I'm Yok Ling, your MC for this graduation ceremony. To start off, we'll be screening some short announcements. After the announcements, there will be a short video entitled Reminiscence. Do sit back and enjoy the videos as you look back at the 3 years the graduates spent at the Polytechnic. Finally, if you're receiving your diploma, please return to your seats after you have collected your diploma. Please remain seated and avoid moving around or talking during the ceremony, and thank you very much for your cooperation. Have a good day.
difference I've seen these 3 years is that I've taken more responsibility for my own learning. Gone were the days where the teachers will spoon for me every single information I need. But then, I'm not really alone because there are the lecturers who always guide me and the friends who help me throughout. I'm very grateful to them as well to SP for guiding me throughout these 3 years.
Hi, ever since young, I've had a passion for aircraft and a yearning for the understanding of these magnificent machines. After my O-levels, I enrolled for the Diploma in Aeronautical Engineering in the pursuit of this childhood dream. At the same time, I joined the SP Aviation Club for a more all-rounder Polytechnic life. After joining the club and participating in the club activities for 1 year, I was made club president, allowing me to organize activities both within campus and outside. Examples of these activities include the Flying Frenzy, which is a ram launch glider competition held for secondary school students, as well as the National Day Observance Ceremony, which allowed our club to showcase our helicopter demonstration skills. These past 3 years have definitely been an exhilarating experience, and definitely one that I will not forget in a long time to come.
In the last 3 years of studies in Singapore Polytechnic, I have learned many technical aspects of food products like food legislature, food analysis, food chemistry. And I believe that when I step into the working world, these skills will be of good use to me.
Hi everyone, I'm Natasha and I'm in SP Auditorium, this place where many of you are familiar with. This is also the stage where I first learned about my passion for singing and acting. That's where I come to my most memorable event in Singapore Polytechnic. It is undoubtedly the SP musical. It was SP's first ever full-fledged musical. The most intense moment of my life was on the UCC stage. Singing, acting and dancing for thousands of people and having my family and friends watch me and be so proud of me. The many experiences I went through during the whole musical, one which I can always remember and take with me even after I graduate is the friendships that I made during this whole journey.
Not many people has a chance to go on board the Superstar Virgo as a passenger as well as a trainee. Under the program of MEL, the Maritime Experiential Learning Camp, I have the opportunity to indulge in the luxury on board the vessel as well as a tour around the engine room and on the bridge. Practically, it is relevant to my studies. This camp also gave me the opportunity to create a greater bond with my fellow schoolmates as well as extending my friendship with one another. Hence, a rare chance for me going on board the ship to learn and enjoy at the same time.
One of the most memorable things I did during my studies here is participation in the Overseas Community Project 2005. I was very excited about going to Iloilo, a fishing village in Philippines. This project is about helping to build houses and street lamps for the needy villagers. I'm glad I'm able to venture out of my comfort zone and sheltered life. Making a difference in others' life matters to me.
My proudest moment was when I won gold in the Design Excellence Awards 2006. What makes this so special is that this project I felt really carried my spirit and I enjoyed it tremendously. This is a retail design for 2 products denim and cosmetics, so I wanted to explore how a male and a female would interact in a shopping environment. I used blue to represent the males and purple to represent the females, and black for all the grey areas. People were surprised at my shocking color choices, but I decided to do it anyway, and I was really surprised when I won this. I would like to thank my lecturers for their guidance and patience for helping me to achieve my best.
Being involved in NDP 2006 for my FYP is one of the biggest achievements in my 3 years here. I led a team of 6 in doing the making of NDP video, which will then be distributed to 30,000 sponsors and participants after the parade. We'll be constantly alert and be on our feet, as it was a live event and there are no take-twos. Although it was very tiring, it was very fulfilling as well, and we are very grateful for the help that our school SMIT has given to us, as well as the support and love shown by our lecturers and families.
A highlight in my time in SP would be receiving the Top Student Award in Year 2. However, I've discovered something that set my feet dancing to a new beat: dance sport. With no formal training, I've learned from scratch and never looked back. And I've even managed to join many dance sport competitions, both international and local. And I've even won a silver medal in the Johor dance sport competition.
In my line of studies in Singapore Polytechnic, especially as a food technology student, it is everyone's dream and ambition to develop a successfully commercialized food product. My team members and I did it. We managed to turn a sinfully delicious traditional food, lapchong, also known as Chinese sausages, from a high-fat, high-sodium food product into a lower-fat, lower-sodium food product with dietary fiber. This was successfully commercialized by a local food manufacturer earlier this year, and this has to be one of my most memorable achievements in Singapore Polytechnic.
No matter what your career choice is, whether in the same field or not, just know that your 3 years in the Singapore Polytechnic has definitely added value to your life. So, enjoy life and stay cool!
Do your best in everything, so that you'll live your life with no regrets. I hope that you have a bright future. Thank you.
Never to give up, and use every failure as a stepping stone to success.
Fellow graduates, SP has equipped us with all we need to know, be it if we continue on with our studies or we get out there to work. Just remember, never give up on your dreams and goals. You've made it! Congratulations!
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduation ceremony will begin shortly. Please switch off your handphones or put them on the silent mode if you haven't done so. We've also arranged for official photographers to take photos of all graduates receiving their diplomas, so there's really no need to come to the front to take photographs during the ceremony. I'll also be inviting you to stand when the academic procession enters and leaves the convention hall. Lastly, graduates, please ensure that you have your admission ticket and identity card with you before you join the queue to receive the scroll on stage, and you will be issued with a card log-on ID and password as you leave the stage. Please keep the card with you as you will need it to place your orders for the photos. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Our guest of honor, Mr. Lim Swee Say, Minister, Prime Minister's Office and Secretary General, National Trades Union Congress. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the 47th graduation ceremony of the Singapore Polytechnic is now declared open. This year's graduation ceremony will be held over 9 sessions for a total of 4,950 graduates. We welcome you to this first session to witness the presentation of diplomas and other awards to graduates from the School of Business and the School of Design. I would now like to invite our principal, Mr. Lau Wong Fok, to deliver the opening address. Mr. Lau, please.
Mr. Lim Swee Say, Minister, Prime Minister's Office, and Secretary General, National Trades Union Congress. Your Excellencies, Mr. Leong Chan-Hyun, Deputy Chairman, Board of Governors, members of the Board of Governors, colleagues, parents, graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the 47th graduation ceremony of the Singapore Polytechnic. We are indeed honored to have Minister Lim Swee Say as our guest of honor. Thank you, Minister, for your presence this morning. This year, the Polytechnic will be graduating 4,590 graduates. My heartiest congratulations to all of you. This year's graduation is special as you are the first batch of graduates from the Singapore Polytechnic who put on the graduation gowns. The design was chosen by you, if you know, I think many of you are aware, in a poll conducted with the help of the student unions. You all look good in this new elegant attire. Among you are the first batches of 38 graduating from the Creative Media Design Diploma course, 35 graduating from the Landscape Architecture Diploma course, and 11 graduating from the Cosmetic Science Specialist Diploma course. 3 years ago, Singapore Polytechnic started to offer the Diploma Plus program to students with high potential to pursue a parallel course leading to an additional formal certification. Our ability-driven education model enables these students to maximize their potential. The first batch of 148 Diploma Plus students will graduate with a Diploma Plus, a Specialist Diploma or Certificate this year. The diploma will continue to introduce, I beg your pardon, the Polytechnic will continue to introduce new courses to meet the changing needs of industry and new aspiration of students. In this academic year, we launched 7 new courses. These include 3 new diploma courses in integrated events and project management, environmental management and water technology, and experience design. The rest are specialist diploma and Diploma Plus programs. The Polytechnic now offers 38 diploma courses, 10 Diploma Plus programs, and 35 post-diploma courses covering a variety of disciplines. Your learning journey at Singapore Polytechnic need not end when you receive your diploma today. It is the beginning of another phase of your lifelong learning journey. You can return to the Polytechnic to take up post-diploma courses and other short courses relevant to your new career and professional development. Take a holistic approach to learning by learning about other disciplines as well, just like what you did when you took up the general elective modules, or GEMs for short, during your time at Singapore Polytechnic. Incidentally, you're the first batch to benefit from GEMs, introduced 3 years ago to broaden the knowledge base of our graduates. Many of you have heard of the phrase continuous learning. If you have read Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, you will be familiar with the phrase sharpening the saw. You also know the story of the lumberjack who was so caught up in cutting down trees that he did not spend time to sharpen the saw. As a result, he became ineffective. In life, we sometimes get so busy and work so hard that we don't take time to sharpen the saw. But to stay relevant in this fast-changing world, sharpening your saw is a must. And this applies not only to the technical areas of your own disciplines, but also to other areas as well. Let me share with you this story about Peter Drucker. Most of our graduates may not be old enough to recognize the name. He is truly a business thinker and a management guru, and a perfect example of a continuous learner. At the age of 20, which is about your age, Drucker was hired as a financial and foreign affairs writer by a large newspaper to write about many subjects. He decided that he had to know something about many subjects to be competent. He worked from 6 in the morning to 2:15 in the afternoon. He was disciplined enough to do self-study in the afternoons and in the evenings. He would pick the subject, be it international relations, international law, finance, or statistics, and study it for 3 to 4 years. Then he would move on to study another subject. He did that consistently for more than 60 years, so you can imagine how knowledgeable he eventually became. Incidentally, he lived up to the ripe old age of 95. I believe that one reason for his longevity was that he was truly a lifelong learner who continuously sharpened the saw. I urge you all to emulate him. One nearer example is your fellow graduates, Christina Ong, recipient of the Tay Eng Soon Gold Medal. Christina took a slightly longer route to the Polytechnic, going through N-level and ITE. At ITE, so she was inspired by her teachers to sharpen her saw and went on to achieve a perfect grade point average of 4. She continued to sharpen her saw at Singapore Polytechnic and has topped her diploma course in property development and facilities management at Singapore Polytechnic. Christina is an all-rounded student who excelled in her studies as well as in her CCA, winning the SP Sports Award and the Model Student Award. Throughout her studies at IT and SP, she supported herself by working part-time at McDonald's restaurant, where she was promoted to the floor manager position. Her stint at McDonald's gave her a valuable and enriching experience in customer service and business administration. With her excellent results, she will be pursuing her study at NUS. Christina exemplifies someone with the attributes and attitude of a lifelong learner. But continuing to learn while pursuing a full-time career can be very, very demanding. It calls for a persevering and never-say-die attitude to overcome setbacks and obstacles as you pursue your goals. Some of you must have heard this story of the Chinese poet Li Bai. While playing truant as a young boy one day, he saw an old woman rubbing a metal rod against a stone. When Levi learned that she was grinding the metal rod into a needle, he was so inspired by her determination and perseverance that he began to work hard. Eventually, as you all know, he became one of the most famous poets in the Tang dynasty. Now, watching the old woman try to grind a metal rod into a needle might have been sufficiently motivating for Levi. But with the availability of modern machinery today, that task is not such a big deal. So the story needs some re-engineering if it is to be retold today to be relevant. Shown on the screen is a strange-looking vehicle. I shall call it a skateboard car. What struck me when I first saw this picture was the persevering spirit of this vehicle. Look at how it is hobbling along, despite all its imperfection as a vehicle. Now, what if I say this? With determination, this skateboard car is going to one day become a Formula One car like this one. Now, you ask me, can it be done? Well, the creator of this animation has done it virtually. But doing it in reality, of course, would take a lot more hard work. Now that brings me to the story of another of your fellow graduates. Tan Yen Sin dreams of becoming a Formula One car designer someday. After gaining experience in designing cars like BMW and Lexus, so she has great ambition. Now, Yen Sin joined the Polytechnic after scoring 7 points in her O-level exams. Today, she graduates as a top student in the diploma course in Electrical and Computer Control Engineering, winning the Lee Kuan Yew Award. To pursue her dream, she plans to take up a degree course in Mechanical Engineering, not Electrical Engineering, not Control Engineering. In doing so, she may have to forego the advanced standing she will enjoy in the degree program that is related to her diploma course. But she is prepared to do so in order to realize her dream. I commend her for her determination, which is worthy of emulation, and I am confident that she will succeed. The Polytechnic has prepared you well for the challenges ahead, and I have no doubt that many of you will be very successful in your career. As the economy is doing well, graduating this year enhances your chances of success. But do remember to help those who are less fortunate. While at the Singapore Polytechnic, you have helped to raise funds for needy students and charity through the River Raft Race and the President's Challenge activities. Some of you were involved in staging our very first original musical, Superstar, which was very successful, and we managed to raise about 100,000 for the President Challenge last year. I'm pleased to let you know that the Superstar musical production will continue to help the needy in another way. Now, just a bit of commercial. The audio, CD, and the DVD of the musical are now on sale outside this convention center, and the sale proceeds will go to the SP Needy Student Fund and the SP Alumni Scholarship Fund. Please support the good cause to help more needy students. In the last academic year, we provided financial assistance to about 1,200 needy students, representing about 9% of our student population, by giving out scholarships, bursary, study grants, and study loans worth more than $1.5 million. Beyond raising money to help our own students and the local community, our students and staff are also active in community service overseas. In the last academic year, 8 teams comprising 126 students and 8 staff members went on community service expeditions to countries such as the Philippines, Cambodia, Myanmar, China, Indonesia, and Laos. In addition, 14 students were involved in setting up computer laboratories for different schools in Phnom Penh, Siem Reap, and 3 other villages in Cambodia. These projects are fine examples of our students and staff demonstrating care and concern, which is one of our SP core values. To inculcate a global mindset, Singapore Polytechnic sends our students on overseas programs to countries such as Korea, Japan, China, and Malaysia, some of which included homestays. Last year, nearly 400 student leaders went on leadership training camps to destinations such as Sarawak and the Redang Island. More than 20 SP students did us proud by representing Singapore at international level competitions for sports such as swimming, bowling, and golf. I'm sure all of you would appreciate the fact that you did not get to where you are today all by yourself. Sharing your joy today are your loved ones, your friends, and your lecturers who have encouraged and supported you throughout your journey at SP. Do remember to show your gratitude to them. Let's give a round of applause to your lecturers and your parents. In closing, I would like to once again congratulate you. Do remember the Singapore Polytechnic with a sense of pride and belonging. Keep your ties with your alma mater, as well as Singapore Polytechnic alumni groups, such as the Singapore Polytechnic Graduate Guilds and the SP Entrepreneur Club. I wish you all a bright future and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lau, for telling us and reminding us to learn throughout our lives and to remember to give back to community even as we do so. It's now my pleasure to invite our guest of honor, Mr. Lim Swee Say, Minister, Prime Minister's Office and Secretary General, National Trades Union Congress, to deliver the graduation address. Minister, please.
Mr. Leong Chang-Hien, Deputy Chairman of the SP Board of Governors, members of the Board of Governors, Mr. Lo Wan Fook, Principal of Singapore Polytechnics, Excellencies, distinguished guests, parents, teachers, students, good morning. First of all, I'd like to congratulate all of you on your graduation today. The presentation, the speech by your principal was indeed, I think, one of the best speeches I've ever heard. From Peter Drucker, to Li Bai, to Christina Ong, to Yen Xing, to Ken Concern, and I think it truly put across the message that making it great at Singapore Polytechnic is not just a slogan, but it's something real. And I am indeed most impressed and very happy to be here this morning. In fact, having listened to his speech, I want to say that everything I wanted to say, he has said already. So maybe I should just wish you all the best and then move on. Now, I know today is a very happy day for you. So when I received the invitation from Wang Fok, obviously I have to accept. And I was thinking of what's the best present I can give to you as a graduation present. So I arranged with the Ministry of Trade and Industry to announce this revision of the GDP forecast yesterday. So it came on newspaper front page today, and that is my graduation gift for you. Indeed, you are graduating at a very good time. Our GDP grew strongly, I think in 2005, by about 6.6%. Last year, it went up to 7.9%. But more importantly, the growth of our economy was accompanied by very strong growth in job creation. So last year, we created more than 170,000 jobs in Singapore, and as a result, unemployment rate has declined from 3.1% in 2005 to 2.7% last year. The outlook for this year remains positive. In fact, as I say, MTI has just revised upwards the growth forecast for this year to 5 to 7%. So what is exciting is that the strong growth in Singapore is likely to be sustainable in the medium term because the whole region, the Asia Pacific, is going through a very sustainable period of growth, largely due to the strong growth in India and in China. About 15 years ago, when I was working for the EDB, whenever we talk to companies, we ask companies about how they look at Asia Pacific. In fact, in most organizations, in most of the multinational companies, they classify Asia Pacific as ROW, the rest of the world. So they divided the operation in terms of North America, Europe, and so on, and the rest of the world. In other words, the etc., etc. And Asia Pacific is part of the rest of the world. But in recent years, when I talk to my former colleague in the EDB, I asked them, how do companies now look at Asia Pacific? And they say, oh, it's very good now. They look at Asia Pacific no more as ROW, but as BOW. I say, what is BOW? They say, BOW stands for best of the world. Yeah. Why is it so? Because for many companies, Asia Pacific today is the fastest growing region for their business or global business operation. I think I'm stating the obvious that all of you are graduating at a time where you can look forward to some very exciting and challenging time over the next 5, 10 years or so, and hopefully beyond that. But yet at the same time, I believe I'm also stating the obvious that even though Chinese saying 水涨船高, even though the entire regional economy is doing well, it does not mean that the Singapore economy will always be doing well. At the same time, even the Singapore economy will continue to do well, it does not mean that every one of you will do equally well, every one of you will be equally successful. In fact, I believe, stating the obvious, that 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, when you gather together as alumni, I'm very sure some of you will be doing much better than the others, and some of you will be much happier than the others. The question is, as individual, you may ask, will I be successful? Will I be happy 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now? The answer is, it depends on what you do. Not so much on what has happened to you up till now in Singapore Polytechnics, but more importantly, what do you do from now on with the rest of your life? I'm a very keen golfer, not a good one, but a passionate one. And once, I still remember, I was golfing with this very experienced golfer. After four holes, I wanted to give up because hole number 1, it was a bad hole, 2 bad hole. After 4 bad holes, I told this golfer, I said, looks like today, it's going to be another of one of those lousy golfing day. And this friend of mine said, look, she said it's okay. Don't forget, you're only at hole number 4. There's still plenty of golf left. Yeah. What does he mean? Because golf is played over 18 holes. So the entire game's there 18 holes. So his point is, you have 4 bad holes, but it does not mean that the remaining 14 holes will be equally bad. He said, just focus on your basic, focus on your swing, forget about the last 4 holes. because what happened at first 4 holes is beyond your control now. You can't go back and play them again. Yeah. But what you can do is to focus on the next 14 holes, and this is important because there's still plenty of golf left. And I think, in a way, my advice to you today is the same. That today, as you graduate from Singapore Polytechnic, I think many of you here will be in their early 20s. Now, looking ahead, the average lifespan of Singaporean today is about 80 years old. By the time you reach 80, I'm very sure by then, the average life expectancy will have increased to maybe 85 or even higher than that. So in other words, whatever has happened to you, for you, up till now, is already gone past. For those of you who have done well up to now in Singapore Poly, I say, well done. Yeah. But looking ahead, do not assume the rest of you'll be doing, continue to do well. Because why? Because the future is for you to create. Likewise, for those of you, for whatever reason, maybe you are not so satisfied with what you have performed up till now, don't be discouraged. Just like in my case, having played 4 bad holes, it does not mean that the rest of my golf game will be a lousy one. Likewise, even if you are unhappy for whatever reason with what you've achieved up till now, you must look forward and tell yourself there's still plenty of life left ahead of you. In fact, for every one of you here, you are just barely through 1/4 of your life out of the average lifespan of 80. So, in fact, there's a lot that you can do to continue to shape your future, shape your life. Now, this morning, speaking as somebody who have already gone past the halfway point of my life. This year, I'm 52 years old. I doubt I'll live beyond 105. So therefore, I can confidently say that, like, if you imagine a golf game, I've already finished the first 9 holes. I'm on my way back to the clubhouse now, playing the second 9. Yeah. Now, I have learned something about life in the first 52 years of my life. And this morning, if I may, I'd just like to share 3 important things I've learned in my life with you. I hope you'll be of some use to some of you. If not, doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's your life, and it's for you to decide how you live your life. Now, the first thing I learned in my life is that every one of us must find our sweet spot in our work life. This sweet spot is very important because just like every tennis racket, for those of you who play tennis, every tennis racket has got a sweet spot. If you hit the ball with a sweet spot, the ball will travel very fast. Every golf club, the head is very small, but every golf club has a sweet spot. If you hit a golf ball with a sweet spot, the ball will go very far, very straight. Same thing, I believe that every one of us have a sweet spot as well. If we're able to pursue our career with our sweet spot, in fact, we can all go very far. And this is important because even though the world of the future will be full of exciting opportunities, let us also not forget that the competition will only get stronger, get keener. In fact, every one of us, either as a country, as an economy, as a company, as an individual, we are going to be faced with tremendous competition. Some of them will be better than us, some will be stronger than us, some will be bigger than us, some will be cheaper than us. So how do we survive the competition? How do we survive the global competition? I believe one best way to do so is by discovering for yourself what is your sweet spot in your working life, in your work life, and pursue that with full passion. In my case, I discovered my first sweet spot when I was a JC1 student, as a student in NJC in 1971. During the June vacation, IBM brought a computer programmer to the school to conduct a 3-day programming camp. So I was one of those who signed up. I learned to write my first Fortran program at that time in 1971. And from that day, I fell in love with programming, computer programming. And I spent the next 20 years of my life, from 1971 to 1991, pursuing that sweet spot in IT. Because I love IT so much that the 20 years, in fact, I do not feel that I was working because I was enjoying what I did. Yeah. But of course, sweet spot does not last forever. So by 1991, when I've done enough damage to the IT industry in Singapore, I decided to move on. I went to Stanford to do a Sloan program. And there I discovered another sweet spot, which is the sweet spot of economic development. That's where I realized that technology development is important, but it's only a means to the end. The end of technology development is to contribute to economic development to create jobs. So I joined the EDB. I spent 5 years pursuing the second sweet spot of my life, walking around the world, visiting companies, knocking at doors to attract investment, to create jobs in Singapore. Then 1996, I discovered another new sweet spot. Yeah, and that's when I joined the labor movement to become a labor MP. Why? Because I realized that technology development and economic development both were just means to the end. And the end objective really is social progress, how to ensure that every Singaporean will be able to live a better life. So that's where I discovered my third sweet spot. And until today, from 1996 to 2007, until today, I'm still living this third sweet spot in my life. Today, I'm with the NTUC. Today, I'm enjoying my life in the NTUC, in serving the workers, serving the interests of the workers. How long will this third sweet spot last? I hope you'll last for another 10 years, because I publicly declare that I hope that by the year 2015, I'll be able to retire at the age of 62. Yeah. So hopefully the next 10 years, I will continue to pursue that. Of course, by the time I reach 62, by the time I go into, not retirement, because we believe in lifelong employment as well, I'll be in search of my fourth sweet spot, right, from IT to economic development to labor movement. I'll be searching for my fourth sweet spot. Some of my friends ask me, since I love golf so much, why not join the PGA? PGA, when I turn 62. PGA normally is known as the Professional Golfers Association. So I told them by 62, I think it's a bit too old to be a professional golfer. They say, oh, no, that's not what we meant. You play such lousy golf, no? So I don't think you can ever make it to a professional golfer. Then I said, why join PGA? He said, join a PGA so that you can play golf anytime. Yeah. But of course, I'm not going to spend my time. I love golf a lot, but I don't think I love golf enough to make that the fourth sweet spot of my life. So I'm still in search of my fourth sweet spot as I go on. Now, but my bottom line really is this, is that for many of you here, you really have to think about what is your sweet spot. Yeah. I was fortunate enough, at the age of 17, I discovered my first sweet spot, and that kept me going for 20 years. And for your case, I do not know. I know that many of you here graduated today from business administration, media and communication, creative media design, interior design, and so on. About 500 of you. Yeah. But you have to ask yourself, is this truly the sweet spot of your work life? If so, pursue them with passion. If not, still never too late when you enter the workplace to adapt. There will be tremendous opportunity for you to discover a sweet spot. I think if you look at Singapore today, we have manufacturing 2018. So for those of you who want to go to manufacturing, there's a lot you can do. We have an Intelligent Nation 2015. Like for those of you interested in Infocom, in media, new media, we have integrated resort. Yeah, the one that's coming up. So for those of you who are interested in more services industry, new media, and One North, we are creating our science part of the future. So we have fusion polys, biopolies, and so on. So even in the labor movement, we're also recreating ourselves towards what we call the Labor Movement 2011 to be one of the most inclusive labor movement in the world. Yeah. So I hope some of you will also consider NTUC too. This is a commercial that I have to bring. So that's the first thing I learned in my life, is that I think at any point in time, we must ask ourselves, really, what is our sweet spot? What is something that will keep us going, keep us passionate day in, day out? The second thing I learned about my life is that having a sweet spot is important but insufficient, because a sweet spot will maybe keep me going, keep up with my drive, my self-motivation. But at the end of the day, we must also recognize that every one of us is born not just with a head, but also with a heart. So in other words, yes, we want to find a sweet spot for our head, but at the same time, we must also find a soft spot in our heart. Now, so what is meant by this, a soft spot in my heart? My concern is that some of you are going to be caught in the rat race, because you will be looking at your work life as if your work life is everything in your life. You're going to look at the life as a rat race, and my bad news to you is that if you approach your life that way, even if you to succeed in pursuing a sweet spot, you're nothing but just the number one rat. And I think none of us want to live our life as a rat. So I think it's important that as you continue to pursue your career, success in your career, continue making more money for yourself, at the same time think about, can you do something to create smile, to put smile on the face of others? I think that's the soft spot that I'm talking about. Now, each one of us will find our own ways. Some of you, it could mean through music, some through sport, some through community services, some through labor movement, some through charity, some by telling jokes. Yeah, I think each one of us is born with a different talent. In my case, my soft spot are a few of them. One is in sport. Today, I'm the president of the Singapore Badminton Association. Why? Because I have a soft spot for sport. Since young, I'm a lousy sportsman, but I've always discovered that the sportsmen, sportswomen, in fact, they pursue their life with full of passion. In fact, they can be the most inspiring people around us. So even though I'm a lousy badminton player, I have offered my service to serve the badminton community. As a member of parliament, in the community, I see many volunteers, many active citizens. So I see many of them sharing their soft spot in contributing to community development, community ownership. At the labor movement, I see many grassroots leaders, volunteers, these are workers who come forward to spend their time to serve the interests of workers, helping workers to upgrade the skills to find jobs. And at the environment, when I was the environment minister, I see many active citizens come forward on weekends to help us to take care of the nature, take care of water, and so on. So, in other words, there are many opportunities for us to find our soft spot, to make our contribution, and I think it's for you to find your soft spot as well. The third thing, if you forget about what I said about soft spot and sweet spot, okay, up to you. But the third point, please never ever forget, because it's something that once you miss the boat, there's a point of no return. And the third thing, the most important thing I learned in my life is that every one of us should find our sweetheart of our life. Yeah. You may be laughing today, but let me tell you this. Life is not a bed of roses. I can assure you that your life journey will be full of ups and downs. Sometimes up, sometimes down, right? Now, in the journey of life, it's going to be a very long one. As I say, every lifespan is 80 years. Do you know how long is 80 years? Now, you're going to multiply 80 years by 365 days, by 24 hours a day, by 60 minutes per hour, by 60 seconds and minutes. I can tell you it's many seconds that you have to live before you say bye-bye. Now, this is a long journey. 80 years is a very long journey. But you don't have to make this long journey a long and lonely one. And by the time you miss your sweetheart, sometimes it's too late to go back. You can't turn back the clock. So it's something that I hope you think about. In my case, frankly speaking, one of the main reasons that keep me happy is because of my family. Because you have a hard day in the workplace, hard day in the community, hard day in the meet the people session. But the moment you go home, you see your wife, you see your children, I think every problem becomes so minute. Because at the end of the day, that family is keep us going, give us a happiness. Now, if you're still not convinced, let me just ask you this question. On the day when we die, who will remember us? Many people. Your colleagues, your bosses, your friends. Many people will remember you. But 10 years after you pass away, who will remember you? My guess is that very few friends. 20 years after you pass away, you think who will remember you? Hopefully your children and your wife, it is still around. So this, speaking as a person who is 52 years old this year, this is how I look back, how I have lived my life. I've always been in search of the sweet spot in my work life, the soft spot in my heart, and the sweetheart in my life. And I think I'm happy to say that I have all three with me today. And because of that, I think I'm living a fairly full life. And I hope that 30 years from now, when one of you is invited to be the guest of honor at the future SP graduation ceremony, I hope one of you will be sharing your sweet spot, your soft spot, and your sweetheart of life with the future generation Singaporean. Now, let me conclude by saying that at the end of the day, now, whether what I said this morning makes sense to you is for you to decide. Because at the end of the day, you have to recognize that this is your life, and only you can decide how you intend to live your life. Now, all I can say again is that You have lived about 1/4 of your life now, so you have 3/4 more to go. So you have plenty of life ahead of you, but please, don't waste your life away. In my case, even though I've gone past the halfway stage, I will continue to live my life. As I say, I'll continue in search of my sweet spot beyond the labor movement, so that come 62, I got something else to move on. I will continue to search for the soft spot in my heart, so that I can continue to contribute to community development, social progress. But one thing I will not do is I will not be looking for new sweetheart. Yeah. Yeah. So let me end by asking you this question. Today you are 20, 21, 22 years old. Yeah. Have you found your sweet spot yet? Have you found your soft spot yet? Have you found your sweetheart yet? If the answer is no, I would say that it's never too late. Please start today. So with that, I wish you all the very best, and please remember that life is for living, and please live it to the fullest. All the very best.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lim, for sharing with us your lessons on career, community, and family. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now begin the presentation of diplomas to the graduates. At this session, the highest awards of the Polytechnic will also be presented. This morning, we will be presenting diplomas and other awards to 307 graduates from the School of Business and 191 graduates from the School of Design. May I now call upon the Director of the School of Business, Mr. V. Mahentharan, to present the diplomas. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Business Administration.
Chan Shi-yu, Go Sin Swan Grace, Liao Li Ting, Lua Qingzi, Hong Yingwen, S. Priya Shandini, Tang Tian Han, Jonathan, To Pui Ju, Peggy, Ang Lei Ping, Ang Pei Hoon, Ang Wee Kian, Ang Yu Lun, Au Ka Yok, Jessica, Bernice Tay Kai Yen, Chai Yi Mei Wendy, Chan Jie Ying, Chang Chi Chia, Che Jie Sing, Chen Tianqi Daniel, 陈怡慧 Caroline, 秦泽杰、邱佩熙、江文元、chu Nun Jing, chu Weiling, chua Bi Xia, chua Jiahui Jinin, chua Mei Mei Alice, chua Pei Shan Pauline, Chung Pei Shan Margaret, Diana Binte Roslan, Diong Sin Yi, Yi Hui Hui Agnes, Feng Yu Nian Eileen, Fu Yiping, Gao Lu, Guan Xiaoyan, Gwen Fu Jiawen, Hairo Anwar bin Muhammad Noor, He Hua Li, Hing Yu Wei, Harry Susanto, Ho Kok Lui, Ho Ying Ru, How I Drew, Huang Zhenhui Benjamin, Intan Felisa Binte Shani, Jasmine Ho Yen Tian, Catherine Stella, Kavita Satyamurthy, Ki Chi Hao Samuel, Kiao En Bi, Cairo Itsan bin Muhammad, Ko Siu Hoon, Ko Sok Ling Sabrina, Ko Yi Wen, Krishna Piriya Ramasundram, 黄慧彤、郭天龙、李珍娜 Gina、李佳燕、李玲慧、李敏、李佩文、李柏清、李维爱、李耀平 Patricia、李玉芳 Yvonne、梁碧宽、李佳杰、李淑慧、李志超、廖世慧、刘吉兰、刘秀芬、Lim Chun Wei Clarence、Lim Ing Seong、Lim Jia Hui Jasmine、Lim Jing Hui、Lim She Ya、Lim Ting Eun、Lim Xiao Wei、Lim Xiao Wei Samantha、Lim Yu Ping Carissa、Lo Siu Hong、Lo Yi Kiet Eric、Luke Wing On、Lo Hui Fang Jasmine、Lo Si Bei、Liu Wei Yi、Liu Xingying、Lam Huiling Adeline、Lam Huiyun、Lai Baozhu、 Maria Mariatti. Muhammad Fidaus bin Muhammad Ismail. Muhammad Hizi bin Muhammad Hussein. Muhammad Samir. Muhammad Rizwan bin Muhammad Ajiz. Muhammad Taufik bin Ismail. Muhammad Fahan bin Muhammad Shah. Muhammad Hafiz bin Ahmad Sonod. Nadira binte Barudin. Nalini Ramachandran. Liu Shufan. Eng Chiu Yen. Eng Cindy. Eng Hui Xian. Eng Kwang Wei. Eng Mei Xuan. Nurlela binte Idris. Nuraliza binte Hussein. Nurain binte Abdurrahman. Nur Darina binte Muhammad Som. Nur Suhailiza binte Salikin. Nur Zahida binte Anwar. Nur Fahana binte Muhammad Rahman. Nur Hidayah binte Zainuddin. Nur Yana binte Mir Mahmud. Nurul Fariha binte Ramli. Nurul Huda binte Rahmat. Ong Hui Ni Winnie. Ong Pei Yun Shirley. Ong Wan Wan alias Mo Peng Tun. Pang So Yu Jonathan. Pang Ziyuan Daniel. Ho Junwei Toby. Radha Kimberly Raju. Rasida binte Rifai. Rina Fazlin binte Abdul Rashid. Rizalia binte Jazmani. Ronnie Wongso. Ruhani binte Sulaiman. Selina binte Omar. Xia Seming. Sharifa Faiza binte Sapwan. Sharifa Kairuniza binte S.A.K. Siu Pei Ying. Sim Sing Yuan. Siti Ashida binte Razali. Siti Nurfazlin binte Anwadin. Siti Nurdiana binte Muhammad Ramli. Sujiono Widianto. Susiyanti binte Nawani. Tan Bao Ping. Tan Gikya. Tan Jingqi Joanne. Tan Ka Wei. Tan Kit Yong. Tan Quan Chuan. Tan Lei Tin Michelle. Tan Pei Chin. Tan Tien Huat. Tan Ya Hui. Tan Ying Lu Margaret. Teo Po Chu. Teo Pei Shi Irene. Teo Zeni. Teo Jong Lu. Tilai Makasvaran Somo. To Jiajun Jane. To Lik Hin. To Po Ling. To Wei Sheng Lionel Leon. Tong San Sang. Tuang Pei Jun. Vanita Olagnadan. Vanita Razagam. Wong Qing Yuan, Yvonne. Wong Shiya. Wong Zeyuan. Wu Huixian. Wu Jiayi. Xu Xueting, Evelyn. Yang Huimin, Eunice. Your Nur Asia. Yo Pei Hua. Yo Sok Yin. Yong Kai Lun, Karen. Zhang Rilian. Zheng Weijie, Elvin. Zhou Shiyun, Cheryl. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Media and Communication. Isaac bin Zulkifli. Angela Ao Ming Earn. Chai Jun Ling. Chua Xijia, Mei. Lo Yingning. Nur Sahida binte Omar. Perimal Anbarasi. Wong Bing Yu. Chan Wai Shin. Chan Yi Hao, Therese Marie. Chan Ziyang. Chao Pei Ying, Juliet. Concesio Stephanie, Grace. Fu Hui Qian. Fu Jingwei, Timothy. Go Jiaying. Hui Kok Fong, Andrew. James Lin Yu C. Juliana Binte Saleh. Ko Chui Min Angelinev, Li Su Feng Charlene, Li Zerbin, Lim Sheyang Jason, Lo Hui Liang, Lo Jia Wei Ryan, Muhammad Hazri bin Zainul Abidin, Muhammad Zazali bin Abdul Aziz, Noor Sharina binti Shah, Noriana binti Sayali, Nur Zarifa binti Hassan, Ong Shen Yang, Ao Wan Lin, Sabarina binti Abdullah, Sanjay Gopal, Sarita Devi Ram Singhasan, Xia Xingyin, Siti Aisha binti Basri, Sonia Sasidaran Pillai, Suhaniza binti Sudirman, Sam Chun Lee Lydia, Tan Ching Hao Joshua, Tan Cheryl, Tan Gik Ting Jasmine, Tan Guan Yu Daryl, Tan Li Si, Tan Sweet Min Sarah, Tan Yu Ling Jasmine, Tae Sing Eun Joan, Teo Xiang Wei, To Wan Ching, To Zhe Han, Viviana Chong Kok Yi, Wan Li Lin Tracy, Wong Jingyi Vanessa, Wong Shui, Wong Xueyun, Wu Meiyi, Yo Joanne. Yung Chi Fong Jonathan. Yong Wen Wei Marcus. Yusrina Binte Muhammad Yusuf.
And that concludes the list of graduates from the School of Business for this session. Thank you, Mr. Mahendran. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present diplomas to the graduates from the School of Design. May I call upon Mr. Jeffrey Ho, Director of the School of Design, to present the diplomas. Mr. Ho, please. And the graduates from the Diploma in Creative Media Design.
Farizan Binte Mazlan. Tan Ying Wei. Chao Liu Jun. Zafira Binte Muhammad Hakim. Fan Lai Ling Michelle. Go Chun Chao Hansel. Go Ziyan Michelle. Huang Jingqin. Jasmine Tan Ro Hui. Ko Yo Ki. Lin Jun Xian. Lin Su Zhen. Lo Chi Kyung Kenny. Muhammad Andy Sufyan bin Muhammad Ez. Muhammad Izdiharuddin bin Nordin. Muhammad Shulihin bin Abu Sama. Eng Jing Hong. Ong Jia Ling, Rena. Ong Kwan Chung. Ong Yi Sheng. Sim Chu Hong. Sophie Widjaja. Tan Emily. Tan Gang Hao. Tan Guo Rong. Wong Shemin. Yip Ka Fai Kelvin. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates for the Diploma in Interior Design. Ang Ili. Henry Octavianus. Li Pei-ying. Yu Jia-yin, Cheris. Analia Susanto. Cheng Mui Hun. Chong Xiao Ran. Chao Tianyi. Ik Chen Ling Jacqueline. Jackie Tan Kong Yu. Lam Wan Ling Vanis. Lao Chiu Wei. Li Yi Chun. Liu Shiqi. Li Wei. Lin Meizi, Joan. Lim Yihui, Louisa, Claire. Mimi Lucinda. Mansuk Han, Delphine. Natzira Binte Muhammad Omrul Page. Niu Fang Tin. Niu Min Dana. Ni Su Wei. Nini Herawati. Nodiana Binte Hairudin. Pang Li Yi. Po Gyok Hoon. Shen Li Xian, Jermaine. So Jian Hui, Clement. Tan Ling Ni. Tan Mei Shan, Twinkle. Wang Li Ping. Wong Hui Hun, Ivan. Wong Jian Yong, Jire. Xue Jingjing. Yang Xuetni. Zhou Guanyi.
And that concludes the list of graduates from the School of Design. Thank you very much, Mr. Jeffrey Ho. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present the prizes and course medals. May I invite Mr. Leong Chan Huen, Deputy Chairman of the Board of Governors, to present the following prizes and course medals. Mr. Leong, please. From the Diploma in Business Administration course, the ABN AMRO Prize, Chu Kin Cheong. The Jurong Bird Park Prize, Jessica Chua Hui Ling. The Singapore Manufacturers Federation Prize, Chua Hui Mei. The Kenwood Prize, Gan Shu Min. The Harley-Davidson Prize, Trina Go Si Yun. The Sentosa Leisure Management Prize, Ku Bi Bi. The STA Travel Prize, Geraldine Kwang Hui Min. The Executive Home Store Prize, Lim Kwan Ru. The Marketing Institute of Singapore Prize, Liu Ziming. The Expeditor Singapore Prize, Po Si Yin. The Keppel Logistics Prize, Rajesh Ramalingam. The Robinson Prize, Ronnie Nakata. The Cortina Watch Prize, Tang Wai Han. The Expeditor Singapore Prize, Chiu Li Wei. The Insights Vacation Prize, Penny Tua Pei Ni. The TNT Express Worldwide Prize, Wang Shi Pei. And from the Diploma in Media and Communication course, the Initiative Media Prize, Jesslyn Lim Kai Ting. The Mileage Communications Prize, Lo Jia Hui. The Publicist Singapore Prize, Tan Mei Hui. From the Diploma in Creative Media Design course, the Bashir Prize, Eugene Ng Eugene. From the Diploma in Interior Design course, the Constant Design Prize, Chan Chun Ming. The Bashir Prize and the Metropolitan Office Experimental Design Prize, Chia Pei Shan. The Quartz Prize, Terence Ho Si Ying. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present the course medals. These medals are awarded to graduates for topping their courses of study. From the Diploma in Business Administration course, the Jurong Shipyard Gold Medal, the Marketing Institute of Singapore Prize, and the Singapore Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry Prize are awarded to Chan Yao Hua. From the Diploma in Media and Communication course, the Media Development Authority Gold Medal and the Institute of Public Relations of Singapore Prize are awarded to Lo Pui Ki. From the Specialist Diploma in Digital Film and Television course, the Media Corp Gold Medal is awarded to Lin Yong Ye. From the Diploma in Creative Media Design course, the Association of Accredited Advertising Agents Singapore Gold Medal is awarded to Wu Si Yi. And from the Diploma in Interior Design course, the Wing Tai Singapore Gold Medal is awarded to Christina Halim. And that concludes the presentation of prizes and course medals. Thank you very much, Mr. Leong. Ladies and gentlemen, before we present the highest academic awards of the Singapore Polytechnic, we will watch a short video presentation on our 6 top graduates.
Today, we honor our institutional medalists for their academic excellence and for the difference they have made to the people around them. Against all odds, 32-year-old Ran Qing Yuan is on his way to achieving his dream of becoming an engineer. Qing Yuan topped his cohort in Northview Secondary School for his N-levels, but he dropped out of school to work in the Navy to support his family, when his father was diagnosed with diabetes and was subsequently retrenched. The Navy sponsored his studies in ITE and in Singapore Polytechnic. In the final year of his diploma in Electronics, Computer and Communication Engineering, Qing Yuan had to skip classes to bring his father for dialysis. This meant that he had to do more self-study and catching up with his tutorials while accompanying his father. Qing Yuan's determination and his classmates' support enabled him to score 33 distinctions and A's out of his 34 modules. This Model Student Award winner also won the gold medal in the open category of the Singapore Robotics Games in 2007. Qing Yuan also volunteered for peer tutoring in core modules, was involved in organizing activities for the Katong Special School, and oversees community projects. For his passion and hard work, Qing Yuan is presented with the Lee Kuan Yew Award. While Singaporeans desire to own luxury cars, Tan Yen Sing dreams of designing a Formula One car. After scoring 7 points for the O-levels, the Swiss Cottage Secondary School graduate took the first step towards realizing a dream. She enrolled in the first choice of study, the Diploma in Electrical and Computer Control Engineering at Singapore Polytechnic. Her interest in physics resulted in the development of a special health-conscious massager chair for her final year project with 2 other classmates. Yen Sing's consistent and hard-working attitude resulted in her being awarded the top female student in the School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. On top of her excellent results, 32 distinctions and A's, Yen Sing found time to volunteer her services at Riverside Secondary School since 2004. She was the youngest mentor then. For 2 hours a week, she counseled and coached the students in mathematics. Thus, Lee Kuan Yew Award winner is taking another step closer to achieving her goal of joining the Formula One design team. Family ties and a desire to help people played a big part in shaping Marilyn Phua Gyok Ling's philosophy and core values. This petite diploma in optometry graduate subscribes to the Chinese saying that a building is only as strong as its foundations. That means going back to basics and knowing them well. She also believes in hard work and that practice makes perfect. The sort of thinking has seen this former Bukit Panjang Government High student in good stead, scoring a total of 34 distinctions and A's at Singapore Polytechnic. Marilyn has also developed a keen interest in the clinical aspects of optometry. She likes meeting and helping people with their eyewear and advising them on eye care. She especially enjoyed helping out at a mass eye screening for the elderly and children from needy families organized by the School of Chemical and Life Sciences in 2006. This Toh Chin Chai Gold Medal winner hopes to apply this philosophy in her goal to be a researcher. Joyce Lin Yo Ching Ji's interest in audio and video production led her to enroll in Singapore Polytechnic's Diploma in Multimedia Technology course. This has led to many memorable experiences for this former Dunman High School student, from working as a video editor on the Phua Chu Kang sitcom to producing a documentary entitled The Making of National Day Parade 2006. Joycelyn also worked as a technical crew in the IMF World Bank Conference 2006 in Singapore. During her spare time, she enjoys playing the piano, guitar and violin. This Model Student Award winner started a peer support club and formed study groups to help weaker students. Joycelyn firmly believes that people who have taken a wrong turn in life need to be given a second chance. She wants to be part of the effort to help integrate ex-convicts back into society by helping out at Kaki Bukit Prison School. Joycelyn scored 25 distinctions and A's and has been awarded the Lau Guan On Gold Medal. Chua Teck Koon disrupted his mechanical engineering course at Singapore Polytechnic in 1991 because of his family's financial problems. He then worked to support his family and funded his two sisters' university education. Only then was this former St. Joseph's Institution student able to resume his dream of going back to school. 16 years later, Teck Koon not only completed his diploma in marine engineering course, but topped his cohort, clinching 38 distinctions and A's. He was active in the yacht club and archery club and represented the Polytechnic in these sports twice. Teck Koon enjoyed his 6-week stint on a tanker and the 400 hours he spent in the marine workshop. He helped to raise funds for the tsunami victims in 2005. He also volunteered to be part of a team of students and staff who went to the Philippines in 2005 to bring electricity into homes of the underprivileged. For his determination, Teck Koon is presented with the Chua Cho Teck Gold Medal. Christina Ong Ling Yi confessed that she was playful and lazy during her primary school days and failed all her exams in primary 3 and 4. After her N-levels in CHIJ St. Teresa's Convent, she came to her senses, went on to obtain a perfect GPA of 4.0 in ITE. This diploma in property development and facilities management graduate has been working at McDonald's for the past 7 years to support herself. And through sheer determination, hard work, and an excellent work attitude, this bubbly 22-year-old has worked herself up to become a floor manager. Despite having to juggle between work and studies, Christina emerged as a top student in her cohort, scoring 35 distinctions and A's. A Model Student Award winner, she also volunteered at the Singapore Christian Home for the Aged and took part in regional community service projects. The Staying Soon Gold Medal winner finds great satisfaction in brightening up someone's day. Once again, we congratulate our 6 gold medalists of graduation 2007 for their outstanding achievements.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will now present the highest academic awards of the Singapore Polytechnic. These awards, the Teng Soon Gold Medal, the Chua Cho Teck Gold Medal, the Lau Guan On Gold Medal, the Toh Chin Chai Gold Medal, and the Lee Kuan Yew Awards, will be presented to 6 of the Polytechnic's top students in recognition of their academic excellence. We are privileged today to have Mr. Lim Swee Say, Minister, Prime Minister's Office and Secretary General, National Trades Union Congress, to present the Institute's gold medals and top awards. Mr. Lim, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's recipient of the Tay Eng Soon Gold Medal is an outstanding graduate from the Diploma in Property Development and Facilities Management course. The Tay Eng Soon Gold Medal, the Singapore Contractors Association Gold Medal, the Davis, Langdon and Seah Prize and the Readout Prize are awarded to Christina Ong Ling Yi. The winner of this year's Chua Chor Tek Gold Medal is a graduate from the Diploma in Marine Engineering course. The Chua Chor Tek Gold Medal, the Society of Naval Architects and Marine Engineers Gold Medal, the Shell Companies in Singapore Prize, the Singapore Maritime Employers Federation Prize, and the Keppel Offshore and Marine Prize are awarded to Chua Tek Kun. The Lau Guan On Gold Medal is awarded this year to a graduate from the Diploma in Multimedia Technology course. The Lo Guan On Gold Medal, the IDA Gold Medal, the Shell Companies in Singapore Prize, the Singapore Computer Society Award, and the NEC Solutions Asia Pacific Award are awarded to Joycelyn Yo Jing Chi. The To Chin Chai Gold Medal is awarded to a graduate from the Diploma in Optometry course. The To Chin Chai Gold Medal, the Health Sciences Authority Gold Medal, the Shell Companies in Singapore Prize, the Johnson & Johnson Singapore Prize, and the Oculus Boston GP Award are awarded to Marilyn Phua Giok Ling. There are 2 Lee Kuan Yew Awards presented this year. The first recipient hails from the Diploma in Electrical and Computer Control Engineering course. The Lee Kuan Yew Award, the Micron Semiconductor Gold Medal, the Shell Companies in Singapore Prize, the Infineon Technologies Top EEE Female Award, the OCBC Prize, the Institution of Engineers Singapore Prize, and the Jurong Shipyard Prize and the Motorola Prize are awarded to Tan Yen Sin. The second recipient is a graduate from the Diploma in Electronics, Computer and Communication Engineering course. The Lee Kuan Yew Award, the ABB Gold Medal, the Shell Companies in Singapore Prize, the OCBC Prize, the Motorola Prize, the Infineon Technologies Academic Excellence Award, the Shell Merit Award, and the Institution of Engineers Singapore Prize are awarded to Ruan Yin Juan, alias Rajan Nagapan. Thank you very much, Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, giving the valedictory speech this morning is Mr. Timothy Fu Jing Wei and Mr. Marcus Yong, both graduates of the Diploma course in Media and Communication. May I now call upon both Timothy and Marcus to deliver the farewell address on behalf of the new graduates. Tim and Marcus, please.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. So says William Shakespeare. A very good morning to our guest of honor, Mr. Lim Swee Say, Minister, Prime Minister's Office, and Secretary General, National Trades Union Congress. Your Excellencies, Deputy Chairman of the Board of Governors, Mr. Leong Chan Hien, members of the Board of Governors,
Principal, Mr. Lau Wong Fook, Deputy Principals, Directors, distinguished guests, lecturers, parents, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's the curtain call on our Singapore Polytechnic experience, and what a show it has been. This happy ending would not have been possible without a few important people and significant events that have turned amateur actors like us into the professionals we are today. Now, all great stories, all great performances begin with an ideal setting and excellent props, like what is available at SP. With comprehensive and cutting-edge facilities to hone our performances, life at SP has been a varied and dynamic learning experience. And while SP environment and facilities offered a spectacular setting, the lectures and tutorials were intensive rehearsals that equipped us with up-to-date knowledge and skills to perform in the real world out there. Now, juggling many projects at the time was manageable, but with the exacting standards of our lecturers and the pride in work attitude that had been inculcated in us, the process was definitely challenging. Why did we stay in school till 10 p.m. to do project work? Why did we use role plays and rehearse harder for presentations when we didn't have to? Why camp in the editing suites? Why invest hours in meeting up on weekends? The motivation behind this stems from pride in our work, knowing that each project was a reflection of our character. And with each rehearsal, we got a little better, smiled, and went for the next one. There's no denying we've emerged from all this as stronger individuals. I must say that I'm a very lucky man to have worked with a great group of people on various projects all these years. From school projects to external competitions, be it my main diploma or the specialist diploma. I've worked with some of the most talented and motivated people in my life. On top of the rigorous academic program in the Polytechnic, SP has also provided us with varied opportunities to experience the real world. We were sent on industrial attachments to gain industry exposure, or ITP. Some of us had the privilege of doing internships overseas. Now, 20 students from the tourism course went on a 5-month internship program to Disney World in Orlando, the first time that Disney World had accepted internship students from Singapore. The students also attended classes conducted by the University of North Carolina at Greensboro in conjunction with Disney World. Wow. And I had the privilege of doing my internship at GoDirect, an integrated marketing agency. And even though it wasn't a huge MNC or global powerhouse, the experience I got there was second to none. I had the chance to learn from some of the best people in the industry. I once asked my strategic director, Toby, what made you choose this industry? Why marketing? And even though his answer was a simple one, it struck a chord deep inside me. He said, because I love it. It's my passion and my motivation. And that, my friends, is something I'd like to share with you. And I believe that passion and motivation can be found in each and every one of us. And now Timothy will tell you more about his experiences at SP. Timothy?
Thank you, Marcus. The School of Business has also provided us with authentic learning experiences that have enriched, widened, and developed all our experiences in SP. The India Educational Tour 2006 helped us understand the business environment and the culture of India. The study tour of Shanghai and Suzhou was an eye-opener for retail students who learned about the cultural, historical, and business aspects of these cities. Also, during the e-business study tour of the USA, some of our friends seated here, they visited Google, they visited Apple, University of San Francisco, Stanford University, UCLA, and NUS Overseas College. All this to better understand IT entrepreneurship and experience the culture of another country. The artistic scene in SP has not been too dull either. Superstars, the pop musical, was staged to raise funds for 50 over beneficiaries in the President's Challenge 2006. It was also the event that topped my SP experience. I'd like to share a little bit, if I may, with you guys about my experience. Now, being involved as Jin Liang, a nerdy protagonist who goes through a major change in the show, brought about several breakthroughs in my life. I gained confidence. I gained perseverance. I gained the ability to express myself and was able to instill self-discipline into this body. Now, as the cast persevered through the rigorous singing, acting, and dancing sessions, we were enlightened about a few things. Firstly, we are amateurs. But secondly, that hardly matters. The musical experience that Superstar gave is unforgettable. A part of the training required us to walk around and behave like our characters for nearly a whole day. That included even lunch times and times when we were not involved in rehearsal. This was hard for me, as I did not exactly love my overly dramatized, colossal embodiment of this nerdy stage persona. But Jimmy, the musical director, he reminded me, hey, when was this about you? Each member of the cast has to put in their all in order for the show to be a success. Teamwork, that is the key word. Because of that, Superstar, the pop musical, was a blazing success. Till today, I still feel a bit of Jin Liang in me. Believe it or not, fellow graduates, there is so much creativity in all of us. However, inspiration is the spark for that creativity. Our lecturers and directors had the immense task of inspiring us amateur actors and actresses to, first of all, understand our life in the script. Then, the syllabus, which is the way to realize the subject. And finally, help us practice the script in the real world. Winston Churchill once said, "We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give." Truly, our lecturers gave of their lives in order to help us with ours. They are the inspiration. But we are not forgetting our parents. Now, they are one of a kind. Not only do they stand by us, supporting us in all our decisions, they also stand with us, taking part in our surveys, listening to us practice for presentations, then giving us feedback, but always with love. They provide what every actor or actress needs: encouragement and motivation. Fellow graduates, let us show our appreciation for our lecturers and our parents, our inspiration and motivation. Give them a round of applause. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Fellow graduates, all the world's the stage, and all the men and women merely players. Imagine with me the snapshots of our SP experience. Imagine the spectacular setting, this place, the intensive rehearsals, our tutorials. Imagine the challenges, our late nights and burnt weekends. Our gurus, the directors, and our parents, the crew. They flash across our minds, leaving memorable impressions of our SP life. Today's a day of celebration. If you look around you, the smiles on the faces of relatives and friends have never been wider. But even as I conclude, our performance by any means does not end here. We have to bring it to another level. The world is our next stage. Today, the curtain descends. But when the next scene begins, when the curtain rises, it rises on a larger stage. And as players, we declare today in one voice, we will always keep performing and keep performing at our best. As they say in the movie industry, it's a wrap. Thank you and congratulations to all SB and SD graduates of 2007. It's a wrap.
Thank you very much, Tim and Marcus, for that speech. Well, it's time for us now to rise for the Singapore Polytechnic song. much, ladies and gentlemen. The graduation ceremony is now adjourned. Could all graduates please remain standing until the procession groups and guests have left the convention hall. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Please join us for tea reception at the plaza outside the convention center. Thank you very much and have a good day.